Realized that he could weave between two defenders, laid the ball up, was a game changer. It basically enabled them to go ahead at a key moment in the second quarter. Omot, standout player, but he is, the driving force for South Sudan, and they'll be leaning a lot on him as they go into the second half. It's going to be pivotal. It's going to be important if, of course, South Sudan want to get themselves a victory and try and qualify for Angola 2025. 16 teams are qualifying, of course, for Angola, and 15 plus the hosts. Morocco, 35% from 2 points, 25 for 3 points, and the free throws 8 from 13. They're basically, covering all parts of the offensive game. Short shots in the paint with Bukashu. They've got, of course, the ever dangerous Franceschi, who's the only player into double figures for Morocco at the moment. And then they accelerate and get the players down into the corner like Shua, of course, and Ben Schlieker. These are the players that they can rely on. So they already have that wonderful mix-up of deciding if they're going to just spray the passes out wide into the corner and then go for 3 shots because they got a player who's made themselves available, or they've got the likes of literally, I'm not just saying he's the only one, but Bukashu has most definitely been the big center who's going to just say, right, give the ball to me. I'm big enough to spin, to turn, to do a pirouette, to, do a backflip and get myself the points at the same time. He's the kind of player you want in the paint. And, if he stays out of trouble and he doesn't pick up too many fouls because he's a big guy moving around, you obviously realize that, he can make the difference. And Morocco will be leaning on that, but they've also got to not make it too predictable, so they have to have other options. And there are other options, of course, come from the speed and the acceleration of them. The moment that they want to just head up into enemy territory, and they do that with the likes of Franceschi and, of course, Ben Mahine and El Mancini as well, who's been very strong and very present out here for Morocco. It's 2 different styles of basketball, of course, the North African and then over the East African, style. But I think that we've most definitely got an interesting second half coming up. South Sudan will most definitely want to try and just continue what they did at the end, midway through the second quarter. Franceschi's got double figures there with his 12. Bukashu, a lot of those points in the paint, obviously, but a wonderful big shot from downtown from him. And then Shua, very, very, very fine in the way that he's managed to just put himself on the radar as well in terms of getting shots. The player from Agadir, the AS Saliman, who got the Afro-Can gold, of course, with Morocco in 2023, who now plays for Rouen, looking very, very dangerous, taking passes and working well with Franceschi to find their big men in the paint. Got to work harder, though, of course, because they now find themselves under a little bit of pressure. Labib El Hamrani will make sure that he's got the right team to start the third quarter and try and just get themselves back into this. Although there really isn't much between the 2 teams at the moment because they're both playing fine basketball. They just want to hold it a little bit more. Maybe South Sudan, they want to just keep possession and not enable themselves to lose it because they've got a little bit frustrated and agitated when they're being clamped by the Moroccan defense, and that's what they've got to do. Download the app, Courtside 1891. You can watch the games, of course. That goes without question. You've also got lots of information and lots of wonderful stuff there that you can, the schedules of you've got the scores, of course. You can keep up to date with what's taking place right on the other side of the world regarding all of what's taking place here with FIBA basketball. Hope you can link up and get involved and watch some of the action because we got lots of it coming up over the next few days during this super window that's taking place here between the 21st and the 25th of November. Next one coming up in February, of course, same scenario all the way around the world. Let's just focus on what's happening here. South Sudan looking good, looking dangerous, and looking more confident as they go in. Lil Deng's words, of course, will sink in. He knows what he's got to do. He knows the players that he can rely on and how he can get them involved. They've got to work their magic. And a lot of it is around this man here, Nouni Amot. We've seen him in the Basketball Africa League in such fine fashion that, you know, when he gets onto the international stage, just know that he's going to just, you know, he's so proud to wear the South Sudan top and jersey to you know, represent his country. So big second half coming up. Bukashu's the same, just like all of these players. It's going to be a big battle here going into the third quarter. Let's hope that we get some wonderful basketball fireworks taking place here. Franceschi's the player with 12 points so far in this encounter. Double figures for him. Here we go. South Sudan in possession with Kouat Nui into the hands of Makoi. Nouni Amot picks the ball up, trying to take advantage of the screen, sees the mismatch, and there is a foul there, and Nouni Amot goes down. He saw that Bukashu couldn't spin and did try and deal with him. Chua's the one who actually commits the foul finally. There's the hand. And Omot will go to the free throw line. Perfect start for South Sudan. And Chua picking up another foul. Misses the first. First miss from the free throw line. He's already got 4 from 4, so that's 4 from 5 now. But the second is good, and a 3-point lead for South Sudan. And Nouni Amot up to 9 points here. Sure. Was a little bit of a mix-up there, and it should be South Sudan who pick up possession. Nouni Amot is... let's have a look at this again. That was, I think it's yeah, there's a foul that's been picked up. So it's, well, the ball's just gone out of play there. Have Morocco in possession here with 3 points, the difference. Franceschi, the shot clock down to 5. They got to move quickly. Shua, lovely little turn. And that's excellent play, Bukashu. Well, when he's in the paint like that, when he's got possession, and he's got a little bit of space, doesn't mean that much. He'll move